everyone. Welcome back to episode 2 of Entry Level Mums. I'm Sawiya.
I'm Nasra. Nice to meet you guys.
Today we're going to be talking about what happens after you find out you're pregnant. So both of us are going to kind of talk about our experiences in our first trimesters.
Okay, so question.
Yeah.
What did you do when you found out that you were pregnant? After you remember you said you took the test.
Yeah.
And then it had a very faint line. What did you do after?
So I had no fucking clue what to do. Like, I was so lost. It almost felt like I wasn't pregnant. I was thinking, how can I now trust a stick to tell me that I'm pregnant? You know that one?
Yeah.
Like, I need someone to confirm it, like legitimize it. So obviously, when I told my mum, she took me to Holland and Barrett straight away. We stocked up on like folic acid, all these vitamins, prenatal vitamins and all that. And then I had to self-refer myself, and my mum kind of pushed me towards Chelsea Westminster.
Okay.
And she thought that they had a really good like maternity service there. So
I hear that because I went there as well.
Yeah, they were alright. We'll get to the labour another time. But yeah, I had to self-refer myself. And then for my first appointment, when I first met my midwife, I'm trying to remember what happened because this is 2020, innit? I met up with her and she probably asked me bare questions about my family's medical history.
Oh yeah.
If my mum and dad both have diabetes and this and that, my medical history, if I have any like health problems, that kind of thing, and I had no health problems.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So she obviously did like urine sample, blood test, blood pressure, and all of that stuff. And she also checked what's it called?
The sound, the heartbeat.
Yeah, the heartbeat.
No way.
Yeah. Or was that too early? I can't remember.
Was that 6 weeks?
I can't remember.
I think I heard Hannah's heartbeat for the first time.
It was 12 weeks when I heard the heartbeat.
Yeah, I think for me it was after 12 weeks.
Yeah, it was sorry guys, it was 12 weeks when I heard the heartbeat. At 6 weeks. No, at 6 weeks, this is when she just assessed me. Yeah, she would just do blood pressure and blood tests and urine sample. But that's about it. After I did that, she became my midwife and I would see her.
Did you have only her or did you get did they change?
I had one Irish woman who was my midwife throughout the whole.
Was that a nice experience?
She was lovely. And she was my age, so it was like she was young.
Boy.
Hip.
That is a vibe. I wanted that. I had 7 different midwives.
Yeah, she was nice. She even came to, when she came to my house for, I know this.
Oh, she came to your house as well?
She came to my house for that postpartum check.
5 days after? That's so cute.
Yeah, she's the one that came, and guess what? My mum gave her anjero and Hoya made some anjero and shahia. And she also had otka. And she was telling this white woman how to eat the anjero with the otka. She loved it. This woman was a vibe. This Irish white woman, she was a vibe. We fed her nicely and then she left. And then I never saw her again.
No.
Because these fucking bastards only visit you once, innit?
I think I got 2 visits, but it was from 2 different people.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
My health visitor never came.
Oh my god, I just slapped myself. I had the complete opposite experience because after I did the whole 6 weeks thing, I'm pretty sure I did the 6 weeks thing. I don't even remember because it was that long ago.
Yeah.
But after I did the 6 weeks thing, I had one midwife. She was white. And then the next time I went for another appointment, I had a black lady. And then the next time I went for another appointment, I had an Indian lady. And then the next time I went for another appointment, I think I had 2 appointments where it was the same lady. And I was like, yes, we're on track. Like, I've got the same woman now. This is the second time. The third one, different woman. City Hospital in Birmingham. If you love your lives.
Wait, did you get that vaginal probe thing where they take pictures when you're early on?
What?
Did you get something?
They probed you. I never had that.
See, I thought it would be them cute little scans with the jelly on your belly, but obviously you're too small. You're too small. The camera's not gonna. Do you get what I mean?
Oh no,
so
I never had that.
They put something up your hoo-ha, with a camera, and it takes pictures. It sits along your cervix and it takes pictures. That's what I got. Because I got that so early on before she was.
That's
even
mad.
born. It was a sack like that.
What?
It was just a black dot.
Did you get a picture?
I got a picture. I got
No.
Yeah.
That is sick.
But I don't know why they did that. I think that was for them to really confirm it.
I think they wanted to see if it was ectopic.
Yeah, probably.
Also, because you never had no symptoms. Is that why as well?
Well, maybe they were just thinking, why is this girl there, like, chill? But then again, ectopic pregnancy, I would have been in excruciating pain.
You would have been in a lot of pain.
They would have known from the get-go. I walked myself into the hospital. If it was ectopic, I would have came in the ambulance. Man.
That's mad.
Yeah.
They probed you and then they took pictures.
They took pictures. I
That
said, if
is
you're doing all
sick.
of that, print it out. I saw one black dot. And I came home with it like, guys,
Look at my baby.
2020, I had to do all on my own, innit? All my appointments. I used to come home with all these pictures, and the first few pictures was it was nothing.
The first one I had, she looked like a little, I don't know, yeah, like a little, it was like this.
Yeah.
It was like that. It looked so, but it was on the side, so it was so weird. It was like, she looked like she had a little tail. It was so strange.
So clapped, didn't it?
I remember looking at her and I was thinking, what the fuck? And then as well, when she was doing the scan at 12 weeks and she was wiggling around me, I was like, oh, Ross, I can't feel any of that. Like, she's doing backflips in there. Like, she's swimming, like doing the most, and I can't feel nothing. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, Ross, she's really just doing that inside me. Like, I can't feel anything.
Did you
That
find
is
out
so
the gender
weird.
as soon as you were able to? Or...
So, funny story with that. We were going to have a gender reveal, and I wasn't supposed to know the gender of the baby, right? So, my mate, remember the one I told you?
Yeah.
He guessed that I was pregnant, right? He was like, oh, I want to know the gender. So, the midwife told Hannah's dad, and he told his sister, and they were meant to, like, throw a party based on that, like, without me knowing, right? And then I was supposed to pop the balloon and find out, oh my God, I'm having a girl, oh my God, I'm having a boy. But he was so adamant that he wanted to know what I was having that one day I just said to him, listen, ask Hannah's dad. I asked, like, he was like, how am I going to tell you that without you hearing or without you, like, finding out, basically? So I said, if it's a boy, blink twice. And I said, if it's a boy, blink twice. And if it's a girl, nod your head.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And then the timings of me turning the camera like this so that he could see Hannah's dad and me turning away like that.
You did it quickly.
In the time where I looked back, I see him nodding. I'm like, for fuck's sake, like, now I know what you're having, like.
Why couldn't you just do it when I turn my head?
Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like,
It's just a nod.
I was fuming. I was like, now I know what the fuck I'm having. You ruined the whole fucking surprise.
Wait, how long did it take him to nod?
Bruh, I think there was a miscommunication somewhere, but he done nodded and I saw and I was like, well, surprise ruined. Thank you for that.
This is why I wanted to know, to be honest.
I was pissed, and after that I
wanted
was
to
like,
know.
fuck. On the day of the gender reveal, everybody was there and I was like, pop, and I was like, oh my God. That was for the pictures.
Yeah.
That was for the camera. I've been you.
Oh, that's so jarring. I'm sorry about it.
I done been you.
I'm not gonna lie though, the first couple of months, I thought I was having a boy. I had that
Me as
feeling.
well.
I was like, I'm a boy mom.
Me as well.
And I low-key wanted a boy. Like, I had a name set for a boy. I didn't have a name set for a girl. I was ready for a boy.
What was it?
It's basic as fuck. Adam. That's my favorite boy name. Adam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Universal.
Very simple, straight to the point. So when I found out it was a girl, the shock that I had. Like, at first I thought, I've got to do her hair all the time.
It's not fun.
I've got to do her hair. Because, I'm not going to lie, being a boy mum, it could be a bit more annoying, but, like, there's a lot of things you don't have to do.
Bro, I do her hair. It's not fun.
My entire pregnancy was kind of underwhelming. And I think I was kind of waiting for symptoms to start, but it never did. So for me, my first trimester was so calm.
Yeah.
So easy. Like, it was a blessing from God, yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
My food, my sense of taste or smell, nothing was affecting me. I was still eating the same way I was eating before. I didn't have any nausea. I didn't have any aches and pains, nothing. Like, my mum and my sister even forgot I was pregnant at times, yeah. I even went on holiday my second month of pregnancy. The whole thing was just, in a way, it almost felt like I wasn't pregnant. Like, I was a bit worried at times, yeah, because it was just too easy.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel anything in your womb area?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Especially the first
What about
trimester,
like
it was
period
nothing.
cramps?
Nothing.
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 So, okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
You felt absolutely nothing the entire time.
I felt
like
absolutely nothing.
Okay, so you know sometimes when your belly starts showing, there's like pains from like the stretch. Like you get like pains around your side because obviously your stomach is expanding.
I felt the stretchy situation. I felt that.
Okay.
I felt that.
The itchiness.
I wasn't itchy.
Okay. Wow.
Nothing. Absolutely. And that's why that's why each day that went by, I was just like, when's this baby gonna start kicking? I need something. Like, kick me, fam. Kick me in the chest.
Mad. That's really mad. I had the complete opposite experience. I felt like I could fucking feel everything. Like, the first... remember we were talking about the smell situation?
Yeah.
So after the smell situation, I had like the worst fatigue I've ever had in my life. So I remember Hannah's dad, he used to work different shifts. So 1 week he'd do morning shift, the next week he'd do afternoon shift, and the last week he'd do night shift, and then it would just repeat like that. I remember when he was doing the morning shift, I'd slept all night, and then he'd got up in the morning, he'd gone to work, he'd come back around 3 o'clock, and he just found me still asleep. And then he'd be like, oh, have you eaten? I'd be like, no, I haven't eaten nothing. And then we'd have some food, and then I'd go back to sleep. Like, this is before like the food aversions really started happening. So he'd order us some food, or he'd go buy some food, and then we'd have the food, and then I'd go back to sleep. And the next day, same thing. I'd go back to sleep after I've eaten, and I'd wake up in the morning to go to the toilet, or I'd wake up at some point to go to the toilet. And then after that, he'd go to work, he'd come back, find me still in bed.
Coma.
Haven't ate anything.
Coma.
Like,
all my days.
Same situation. I think that happened for like a whole month. And then after the first month, like, I just could not get out of bed. After that month is when the food thing started, and the nausea and everything it hit me like a ton of bricks. And the nausea thing was horrible because it felt like I was going to throw up, and then nothing would come out. So I'd be like, I fell for it so many times. Like, I'd be over the sink, and I'd be like, there's nothing. I'm just there, like, waiting. Like, I'd be trying to get it out. Nothing's coming out.
That's the worst. For me, I can't handle nausea.
No, it's horrible.
I can't handle it. So I feel like God was blessing me. Like, he was just literally saying, you know, I'll give you a break.
Wallahi.
Because I can't handle it.
Bro, I was suffering. Oh.
Was it the whole pregnancy, or was it just your first trimester?
Do you know what? After the first trimester, it got better during the second trimester, and then it came back in the third. Like, it got better, and then it got worse, basically. It was like the calm before the storm.
Did you, is there any specific, like, foods and stuff that you think helped? Like, you know how people say there's certain remedies, like ginger,
I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't try any of those.
Yeah.
For the main reason that, like, I was scared that the things I liked before, I would hate after. So I didn't want to risk disliking anything. But then that happened anyway. Like, I ended up disliking a few things, and I still dislike them until today. Which is weird because I couldn't stand any sauce and, like, pasta, like bolognese or anything like that. It would all make me feel sick. But I could eat sandwiches and bread all day, every day. And I was living off sandwiches for the first trimester. And I lost a bunch of weight. My eyes were sunk. Like, I was walking around like a zombie. Like, I looked ill. Then it was summer. And then, oh my God, hay fever kicked in. The doctor said to me that I couldn't have any antihistamines if I was less than 16 weeks pregnant, which I was. and I was itching my eyes. Eczema kicked in. Like, I had eczema as a child, but obviously throughout the years they give you creams and stuff like that, and then it goes away. So like I had eczema like here, on the back of my neck, on the back of my leg. Like, I had eczema as a kid, but it went away in my teens and I never saw it again. As soon as I got pregnant, the eczema came back full force. I had eczema all around my eyelids. I had eczema all on my eyebrow. I had it all over my hand. Like, it was so butters. I looked like I was growing something on my hand. It was just so horrible. Like, then it was all over my hand. It was all over this part of my hand. It was all over here. All of a sudden I was itching everywhere. And it was made worse because I couldn't have any antihistamines, and I knew that. And it was also made worse by the heat, and I was sweaty, and then like it was like, you know, the sweat like goes into it and then it itches more. Oh, it was just butters, man. It was fucking horrible. I'm not even gonna lie.
What, this was 2019?
This is 2019. And I was pregnant. I found out I was pregnant like around April. It's about April.
Oh, so you had to go through the whole summer.
Yeah, it was April. From then, it was a nightmare. Second trimester, I felt better. I was bigger, but I felt better, and I was like, yo, this is much, 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 much better. I can breathe. I was still hot. I still had the eczema, but they gave me a cream. Second trimester hit, and they gave me a cream. They were like, oh, this will help you. So I put it all over my eyelids. Wallahi, within a week, all of my eczema was gone, except for my hand. The hand, I was battling with the hand for so long.
Oh,
the hand eczema, like now you can see it's completely gone. Like, there's no touch of eczema on me at all.
Yeah.
But the hand eczema, it took so long to go away. At one point, I lost the cream, and I was pissed. Like, I think it was while I was going from Birmingham to London, I somehow managed to misplace the cream, and it was bad. Like, it was just so itchy. Like, I was walking around all day just doing this. So bad. I couldn't grow out my nails because itching it with nails felt so good.
Yeah.
And then I'll end up like cutting up the whole skin and it's all bleeding now. Oh man.
And you struggled with that for 3 months.
And then
That's
you're listen, you're not
That's
even
long.
you're not even thinking like about when your stomach starts to grow. It was itchy as fuck. That's why I asked you, did you experience any itching? Because mine was itchy as fuck. I was scratching like this. That's why I got like all these stretch marks. I've got stretch marks for days, and they were black. They were the same color as your top. Wallahi, they were black. It was bad. It was bad.
Wow, this is what I mean. My pregnancy was just,
You said, yeah.
like, went on holiday. I flew to Turkey in my 2nd month of pregnancy.
That's wild.
And we just did like loads of walking tours, and then I was sitting chilling in the beach. I did a lot of swimming, just really chill stuff. We went to this theme park, and I looked at the roller coasters, and I was like, I really want to get on that right now, but I didn't, obviously.
That is mad.
But the pregnancy was so calm, I could have just got on that fucking roller coaster.
That's mad.
Yeah, but yeah, honestly,
Can pregnant people ride roller coasters?
no, it's not suitable for pregnant women.
Okay.
They don't want to be held liable if anything happens.
That would be mad.
Another thing though, I'm not gonna lie. So even though I didn't have any symptoms physically, I feel like the pregnancy affected me a bit mentally.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hear that.
So I was a bit jarred that there was a lot of things I couldn't do anymore.
I hear that. I hear that. I completely hear that.
One time I wanted to have a bath and I wanted to use bath salts, and I read the back and it said not suitable for pregnant. I was like, what is the reason? It's just a bath salt.
I think it's because if it goes in you, like at any point, like sometimes the water goes in, and it touches your cervix, it can soften the cervix, which then can lead to
early labour.
Opening of the cervix, and then you're basically fucked after that.
Yeah. So like I used to read a lot of things, the backpack and stuff, and it's like
all of a sudden you can't do this and that.
Not suitable for pregnant women. And I went to my mum and I was like, why is nothing suitable for pregnant women?
That's mad.
And my mum was like, most of the time these companies, they don't want to be held liable if anything happens, so they just put pregnant women in there. But sleeping on my stomach, even sleeping on your back, you can't.
You sleep on your stomach
Before pregnancy.
No, I could never.
The best position ever.
Nah, I could never. For me, that's the worst position. That and the back for me are the worst position.
So you just sleep
I
on
can't
your
sleep.
side?
I sleep only on my side.
And it doesn't ache?
No, but like I sleep on my. It's not really side. It's more like Okay, how to explain it? It's more like this, but with my leg over and a pillow under my leg. So it's more like sort of 45 degree.
I can do that as well. But ever since giving birth, I can no longer sleep on my stomach anymore. It hurts my lower back. It's almost like I feel like maybe I gained weight, but there's a lot of pressure.
Do you know what it is? You lost muscle. That's what it is. You lost muscle mass, and that's what happens when you're pregnant. Well, I lost so much muscle mass when I was pregnant. By the time I gave birth, I felt like literally, I felt like one big jelly, like a whole everywhere. Like I lost muscle mass. I lost muscle mass everywhere.
This is why they tell us to exercise, isn't it? Like moderately, not too much, but they obviously push pregnant women to walk more and stuff.
Yeah.
I was so lazy. Plus 2020 lockdown. I was hibernating the whole time. I was scared. I was like, I don't want to catch this virus while I'm pregnant. I was at home.
I have no excuse. I was pregnant when there was no virus.
2019.
I have no excuse. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just lazy. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, same.
But
I'm lazy too.
also, I feel like if I had a pregnancy like yours, where I was okay and I was just fine and I could just do what I wanted, I think I would have been more active. Like I would have been out and about more.
Yeah.
But because I just felt so down, do you know what? I don't know if people talk about this, but there's obviously postpartum depression. But I feel like there's pre like pregnancy type depression. Like
definitely exists. What's it called? Prenatal depression.
Is it prenatal?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I think it is prenatal.
I'm telling you, when I was pregnant, I was down. I was so down emotionally. Like everything was just fucked. Everything.
You were obviously happy you were pregnant. Right?
No, I was happy that I was pregnant.
Was it the symptoms that were?
It was everything, and also like as well, not being able to do bare stuff, like it's
annoying.
Everybody babying you, all of these things, like it will get to you after a while.
I like that part though.
Nah.
As I got heavier, I like the fact that I couldn't carry heavy things no more.
Oh no, I like that. That one's different.
Certain things I couldn't do. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
That was different. I milked it.
My husband's always like, "Oh, I'll get that for you," and I'm like, "Could you get?" Sometimes I used to just fake it. It's like, "Oh, my back hurts." I'm like, "Samaya, go downstairs, make me a sandwich." I beg. My back hurts.
She can't say no because you're pregnant.
She could never say no.
That's so sweet.
The lack of symptoms made me lie now. I'm now lying and saying, "Oh God," I bet just so that she can make me a cup of tea.
Mine was true, I couldn't stand up. Well, I actually couldn't stand up. I had to literally do this whenever I wanted to get up. Somebody would have to come and like pull me to help me up.
Oh my God.
Like my stomach I was like this big. Like I'm not even. If I show you guys the pictures, bro, I was like this big. Like Hannah was a big baby, bro. Like
how many kilos was she?
She came out like what 3.2 kilos or something like that. I think she was like 7 pounds and something. It's like 3.2 kilos. So she wasn't technically that heavy, but I don't know, man. Maybe I just carry big because wallahi, everything was just so out here. Like it was mad.
Wow.
Everything got bigger. My legs got bigger. You know how sometimes you see pregnant people and the only thing that's big is their belly. Everything else just looks proportional and normal, right? Like their thighs look normal. Everything looks normal except for how big their belly is.
Yeah.
Mine was the opposite. I gained weight everywhere. I gained weight in my back, my arms. Like my arms are massive now. They were never this big. My legs are huge. They were never this big. My feet grew. Everything grew. Like everything.
Fuck.
Everything. When I used to look in the mirror, I had to be like, who the fuck is that? Like I almost didn't recognize myself. Everything grew. Before I had a kid, I was a size 14 in my jeans. I was a size 14 jeans. Obviously, I was never on the smaller side. I was a size 14 in my bottom. I was a size 12 on my top. As soon as I finished giving birth, bro, I think I went up like 6 sizes. I was now a size 20 on the bottom, and now I'm a size 18 on top. Mad. I was confused. Even now, alhamdulillah, like it's all starting to come off properly now.
Yeah.
But that's not even with me doing any exercise. It's just I think I'm not stressed.
Yeah.
If you're stressed, you're gonna gain bare weight if you're stressed. And that's naturally your body, cortisol levels, everything is just heightened. You're going to stack the pounds. They're just going to keep coming on and on and on. And the whole time after I gave birth, I was stressed. The whole time. The whole 2 years, I was just stressed. I think, I can't even say 2 years. The year and a half after, I was stressed the whole time. And yeah, so I had gained bare weight and I didn't know where it was coming from.
Wild.
If I had a normal pregnancy, well, I think I would have been alright.
Yeah.
Even just the 2 months where, like, the 3 months where I was working and I felt a bit more normal, even that was fucked. Because I felt normal within myself, but I was still emotional.
Yeah.
So every little thing that someone was doing at work, there was this one bitch at work, yeah. Oh my God, I don't even want to get started on her. She was a fucking bitch.
Oh,
She knew I was pregnant. She could tell I was pregnant, but she was still a bitch. And I think people that are like that, wallahi.
Did she make you do more work?
Nah, she was just horrible. Like, she would just throw these remarks and, like, say certain things and, like, give me dirty looks and, like she would just make, like, working there unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's just the vibe that you get when you walk into a room. You feel like they was just talking shit about you. You know them ones?
Oh, fuck.
And I was so emotional. I remember one time one guy shouted at me at work. He shouted at me. And I was like, you can't shout at me. I was fuming. And I went to the toilet and I just burst into tears. I was crying my eyes out in the toilet. And I was like, fucking thing. I was so stressed. I took 2 weeks off work because I went to my GP and I cried my eyes out and he gave me 2 weeks off work. That's how stressed I was. So even though I felt fine physically, emotionally, mentally, done out
while you're pregnant though.
People are horrible, wallahi. I had some really, really good experiences when I was pregnant with people, and then I had some really, really bad ones.
Yeah.
Like,
It came with its privileges.
wallahi, it comes with its privileges.
I remember I was showing, and then I was walking into KFC, and this guy was coming out of KFC, yeah, and he saw my belly, and he's like, oh, let me get the door for you, and I'm like, alright, chill out.
Oh,
You know that was, it's like little things like that. I'm like,
that's so sweet.
alright, everyone's my peasant. I'm walking around like everyone's opening doors for me and that.
You said everyone's my peasant. So funny.
No, but in a way it was nice though. Like, it was a bit dead because of lockdown. I didn't really go out much. I didn't get to do a baby shower. I didn't get to do anything, which I was a bit bummed out about.
Yeah.